Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Scratchy Post. We dress like gaming. It's Saturday, and that means it's time for Silly Voices Saturday.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh, Laura. Oh dear, you gonna be okay?
Sure I am.
Well, everyone, just wish Laura well.
I cast healing spell. I cast healing spell.
And
I cast minor restoration.
and I cast screen share.
Get motivated!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. So, for anyone who's not sure what happens every Saturday, I gather my friends. We put our voice acting talents towards the again, we have to go on at the time, which in this case seems to be the Apologist trilogy, which we're getting Spirit of Justice done and underway, and we are at some length through the final case, but not the DLC case of the game. Just to kind of make that clear, that we're not done. We're not nearly done. We're just at some point through. Yeah.
We have a whole time where Weird will guest.
Oh yes, I'm sure he will.
Making progress.
He will absolutely kill it once we get there.
Also the case that confirms that maybe Emma and Maya have met before, which is nice. I think they should be buddies.
Indeed.
All the weird girls should be friends. This is what I decree.
And of course, it's my time to introduce the cast. This is law. It's my time to introduce the cast. We have, of course, with us Bert.
Do you expect me to pronounce the verdict?
We have Drifting.
I'm just vibing in the gallery. You all take this.
We have Kay.
Hi. I'm hoping I can maybe snag a big role, but I'm not. Also, I know Maya is somewhere.
Somewhere. They're in there somewhere.
I hope I'll be able to snag a big robot.
Yes, that's our American correspondents would like to call them Kay. And of course, all the way from Japan, our very sick Japan correspondents, a woman in Japan as we refer to them, Laura.
I'm interrupted by a raid.
We are indeed interrupted by a raid. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Silly Voices. Welcome. You're just in time as the show has just started. Welcome.
Apparently, pickle soda sucks.
Oh dear.
Pickle soda sucks.
Damn.
Oh no, it's that promise. Oh,
It was that promise, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Zan?
I was in there for a bit. Yeah.
Well, I might as well start the introduction. Go on, yes.
As my actual introduction, it's gonna be the Queen may be sick, but she's still got to do her queen shit.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes.
So, for the raiders coming, welcome. My name's Ebak. I'm the one who runs the channel, but this is Saturday, and we call this Silly Voices Saturday, where I gather my friends who put our voice acting talents to the various people. We've introduced Bird, Drifting, Kay, and Laura, and now I introduce the next person, who is Lemming, our Mr. Versa Right.
I was going to say something, but the raid's thrown me off. I was going to say, when we are in a place where magic apparently exists, and I'm going to learn some of that, because when I find Maya, I cast Fist!
No.
What?
On whoever's got her, obviously.
Oh, okay. I was like, don't
Don't
push
say
this weird girl. Well, she's
Thank you for the
28.
clarification. Thank you.
Thanks for the clarification of that one.
I'm not going to push my beloved.
We also have...
we were forgetting something. Grippin' and rippin', baby!
Yes.
We also have Mistropolis.
Oh, come on!
With a clip of me from the last episode.
I mean, I couldn't not.
Hey, I
playing. Oh,
I love that moment's become a meme. Or at least it seems to be becoming a meme.
I
I
will
was just
use
gonna
it
say
to great
Mistropolis.
effect.
Yes,
Mistropolis playing Dirk to great acclaim.
Yes.
Oh.
And our special guest for today, of course, Shadowfix Rider.
I got one quick question. Why do you sound like Phil from Time Team in that clip?
Mostly because I'm away from the mic, trying to make it sound like I'm like really just that this day is like not my day. You know, it's poor Apollo. It's poor Apollo just on his like hadn't had enough.
On his last nerve.
He's leaving the
I said the hilarious part of the next part, which is literally was the next clip, is the fact that he's trying to give away his badge. Anyone want a badge? Anyone want a badge?
Hey, Mystery, can you play it again?
Oh, come on!
For the Americans in the audience and here, Time Team was an archaeological show where a group of archaeologists would have 3 days to dig up a archaeological site and discover everything that was there.
Great
It
show.
was very popular.
Great show. Very great
That,
show.
Indeed.
yeah.
Good show.
Does it mean the sites had things pre-buried in them?
No.
Nope.
Nope. They
Didn't
were
they bring on-
they were fresh sites. Also, Phil was gender goals.
Didn't they bring on celebrities too?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm vaguely remembering Eddie making a joke about this. Celebi Digaditchy.
And it was hosted by what was it?
I've got
Tony
a
Robinson?
cunning plan.
Tony Robinson.
Darren Robinson, who
Tony
played
Robinson.
who played Baldric in Blackadder. Yes.
And who did many Discworld audiobooks, and I believe was one of the main players in the Discworld video games.
Yeah, we are 6 minutes in today's show. I will point out. I'm not that I hate this discussion at all, one bit.
I think I only heard Nightwatch by Tony Robinson, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I think he was
There we
like.
go.
Why is the crowd like a million miles away?
Because
Who knows?
Extremely quiet Monty Python crowd.
Let's adhere to the audience's delight.
I will check that for you. It may just be that the sound is just quiet on my board. I'll check that.
Fair enough.
And I think there's another crowd slightly closer.
On with it. Yes, get on with
There we go.
There it is.
See, this is the problem. We are down. We are down a Divot right now. Divot says he's going to be a little bit late, so he'll be joining us in the course of things. So that's why we don't have our not live studio audience with us today. Anyway, let's move on.
Last time.
Let's do this.
On
Yes.
Ace Attorney.
No, we're not doing a recap. We are not doing a recap. I am not doing a recap.
Recap. Some bullshit's happening. You'll get the hang of it.
That's
shenanigans
you-
afoot.
To be fair, you could say that about every single episode of this show ever.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. What the heck? His face is just like all the picture of the founder.
I think that the last thing anyone expected to see.
I think the last one anyone expected to see was a walrus.
Oh god.
That's a joke specifically for drifting.
I know what you
and
mean.
Shadow.
I know what you mean. I just had war flashbacks.
Tumblr is weird, man.
Father! What's it? What was it you saw?
Are we to understand that this was the last thing the victim saw?
Yes. There can be no mistake. That is what my father himself witnessed.
How very strange. You don't suppose the holy matter possessed the accused and slew Mr. Inga for planning a coup?
Don't wrath the Holy Mother.
Oh, Holy Mother,
Holy Mother,
we are
we're
ever
in
grateful.
now. Talk about a sharp left turn into the Twilight Zone.
And off a cliff.
You know, there's one thing in there that caught my attention, other than the face.
The lack of a face. even.
What's that?
And one in the face cleanly sucked off like it was done by a Doctor Who monster.
Nice reference. I am the Wire.
Yeah, the idiot's lantern. I was trying to like
I was
say
trying to
things
put it
while
as well. I
muted.
couldn't remember, yeah.
That laugh. Who does it belong to, and why are they laughing?
I know that laugh.
Okay, well now we're here. Who's gonna do Garan, Queen Garan in her evil form? I know that Laura is currently doing Rafer. Last time we had Drifting take the role, but Shadow also was voicing Garan first. So, who wants it?
Right.
It's not a
I'm not
fight.
fighting anyone.
It's not a fight.
No,
If anyone
no
wants it, they
fighting.
can take it.
I could.
Do you
I'm
want
thinking-
to do it, or do you want to do it, Shadow, or would you rather Drifting do it? It's entirely up to you.
Well, I'm thinking if Nora for any reason needs to drop down for any reason, I think it would be better if Drifting was spare kind of thing. So I'll take this for Drifting, so Drifting can help Laura later. Does that make sense?
Are you happy
Yeah,
with
I
that,
can,
Drifting?
I can be an understudy to Rafa if needed.
Awesome. That's sorted. That's that decided. Yeah, we're very flexible who do the voices here on the show, and we're diplomacy as well. Also, she's doing the weird hand thing as well. Anyway,
She's
I
a
don't care about her that
spider.
much as a character, so.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, okay, but you do a very good Disney villain take on Garan.
Thank you.
Shadow.
Who knows? Though I suppose it could be Dirk after he slew my husband.
I thought that said slept with for a second, and I was like, wow, Ace Attorney took a turn. Two dads has a different meaning altogether now.
I mean,
Wow.
I would.
We have established that it's more than 2 dads. It's 4 fathers.
It's like 4. Yeah.
But that figure didn't even have a mouth.
I think we're done here, lawyer.
But how so?
You claimed that Minister Ingo was stabbed in his private quarters.
Ouch.
Those words may have left my.
And, feeling no pain, went to the tomb where he eventually fell dead. I genuinely thought that said fell died for a second. I was like, what?
They did correct the typos in the re-release, at least. At least there's that. Because there were a lot of typos in the 3DS version.
But this seance vision proves he was stabbed in the tomb and felt great pain, no less.
Not just pain, but okay. Sure.
No, that.
Therefore, as I asserted all along, it was the accused who stabbed the minister in the tomb.
Ah! Oh, everything just backfired big time. Oh, shit.
Wow. Garan has the devil's own luck, doesn't she?
And damn, don't she look fine?
One might say she is the devil.
Hmm.
The devil's in the details.
I'm begging you.
Devil
No.
wears Prada.
And she looks damn fine. Woo woo! I can't whisper,
Now.
sorry.
I shall
Dad
give
jokes.
voice to the soul of the deceased.
Bad jokes from both
Listen
dads.
well and heed those words.
What you're saying is having a dad off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phoenix and Dirk trying to one-up each other with dad jokes.
Fight
In-
me!
Insight time. Rafa's insight.
At around 3 p.m., my father was waiting in the tomb to make the hostage exchange. He was drinking grape juice while gazing upon the picture of the Holy Mother.
I'm not doing another reference. I very easily could, audience. I very easily could flash it up on the screen. But nah.
Grape juice crystal.
We're not doing this again.
He had been waiting vigilantly when suddenly he heard Dirk's voice. The next moment, he was stabbed in the back and collapsed. My father tried to shoot his attacker, but he missed, and the attacker let out a laugh.
So, what now, Mr. Wright?
It's up to us to knock holes in Rafa's interpretations of Inga's memories. In other words, we need to prove that our understanding of them could be mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
You got this, son.
Okay.
I just love how they could do it as grape juice when it's
Oh
most
yeah,
obviously
it's wine.
not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
wine. It's the good
At
stuff.
least it's not. At least it's not hot sauce.
Fermented grape juice. You know, we're just missing a step.
Hmm.
Hmm. Isn't it,
There's
isn't
a
it that,
man's voice, is the thing.
was gonna say,
so
is
he
it-
was
is it not that
talking to.
man's- that man's voice was
Let's see what else we got. He was drinking grape juice, regretting for the mother. Originally, when suddenly he heard Dirk's voice. Well, there was that voice. Hmm.
It's in a man's voice, so it's possibly.
Let's have a look.
I have a theory,
A
but
game theory?
Of course.
Gasp.
sorry, that still wounds me.
I know. We love you, Metric Patrick.
I have not heard that. I've only heard Matthew Patthew. That's really
Yeah.
good.
I didn't hear Metric Patrick either.
Let's query the man's voice.
Objection!
Because it was
Who the
before
fuck
the
is
actual
that?
stab.
Mm-hmm.
Ambivalence! There seems to be a inconsistency in interpretation, I think.
An inconsistency? Where?
Minister is far too relaxed for what was supposedly about to take place. When he heard that voice you claim is Dirk's, he didn't seem the least bit alarmed. Just kept looking at the picture of the founder.
Ah!
That's strange, right? He was waiting for Dirk to arrive with the founder's orb. But when he heard that voice, he didn't even turn to look. Don't you think he would have been worried about being attacked from behind?
Ah! Then whose voice was it?
He was doing that villain thing of not turning around until the last minute.
That does kind of ring true with him. It was likely someone whose presence...
Preparing his monologue.
Yeah, preparing his monologue. It was likely someone whose presence wouldn't have alarmed him. Someone like a friend.
Objection!
He had no friend.
But there was no third party at the scene of the crime. Therefore, the voice can only have belonged to Dirk.
Also, my husband didn't have any friends.
The voice of a third party wasn't there in the tomb.
Apollo, don't we have something that could reveal the owner of the mystery voice?
We do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we do. Something that Inga had while he was waiting for Dirk. With it, we might just be able to figure out whose voice it was. You're very optimistic about this, Apollo.
Don't we have a cell phone actually?
There is a cell phone.
The cell phone's in the
That's a
medical
good shot of that.
Take that.
Take that!
Take that!
That's my father's.
Oops.
I know this must be hard for you, but could you please look at this photo? There's something here that can point us towards the identity of the voice itself. This is the real source of the man's voice. The phone.
You know, you also could have just said that instead of showing her the photo of her dead dad, but okay.
Inga phone home.
I was literally about to make that joke, you bastard.
For those interested,
Miss
those
Trouble
interested-
is stealing brain cells since last week.
and for those interested, the handgun used by Inga was a COP 357 Derringer.
Thank you.
Nice.
I love your
Also-
gun expertise.
Also, Ace Attorney doing things subtly. Push.
Yeah.
Sorry, just hear you.
Also,
Go on.
also famously used in the Bad Boys movie.
The reference to a Derringer just reminds me of like this from Good Omen season 2, where it's like I keep a Derringer in the bookshop. instead of book. It's like, you know,
Oh my god,
You read too many
do
books.
you do such a good Michael Sheen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was impressive. I was like, is it prudent to comment on it? But oh my gosh.
Sorry, I didn't. I
Worry,
was.
it's all
You startled me with how good that was.
I didn't quite catch the level. What was
Derringsons are
that?
basically small pistols for self-defense.
If hit the Michael Sheen, then I go like, oh, everything's just tickety boo.
Tickety-boo.
A cell phone?
Right. I believe that the voices the minister heard was of a call on the cell phone.
I see. That certainly makes sense. What is your eminence's view on the matter?
I concede the possibility.
Then, it seems I must refine my vision.
Look.
Like
Hard.
crunch.
Wow.
Oh, very early
Early
crunch.
crunch.
If that crunch.
Crunch like
New line from Rafa.
It appeared that the voice belonged to one of my father's subordinates.
minion.
Why do you suppose he was talking to one of them then?
My father had members of the secret police positioned throughout the palace. They were supposed to contact him as soon as they saw Dirk and the rest of you.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Your benevolence. I believe you have an insight to revise.
Are you royal princess? You want to take my job? You want to stand here? I wear this stupid dress and do my job. Let me just do it, alright? I know. Brother. Don't presume to tell me how to do my duty.
She said duty.
Sight revised.
It's a pretty big duty for a little girl.
My father then took a call from the subordinates at the palace.
So the voice was coming from the phone. That's good to know. Well, there might have been other sounds coming from the phone. Sounds that could be clues. Let's take another look at Rafa's insights and really focus on the various sensations.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this now.
I think
Don't
this
lose
is
your
where
grip.
my theory comes in.
So this is the important statements. This is where things are going to come important.
I think if it's what I think it is, it's right at the end.
A lion's roar.
Oh, that's new.
That is new.
Objection!
Objection! I hate to break it to you, benevolence, but you misinterpreted something again.
What do you mean? Again?
Smooth move, Apollo. I think you just hurt her feelings.
Yeah, why don't you stand here in this fucking dress and do the job? This is very stressful for me, okay?
She may put on a brave face, but she feels more than she lets on.
Rip it and rip it, baby.
Let me rephrase that, your benevolence.
You better.
Your interpretation of your father's phone call to a subordinate at the palace is inconsistent with his final memory.
What do you mean by that?
A lion's roar could be heard over the phone. Don't you find that strange?
Not really.
You claim the call was someone at the palace. But let me ask you, do you keep lions there?
No. The only animals at the palace are little birdies and my pet frog.
She's a pet frog.
Wait,
Oh, that's adorable.
wait.
I call him Froggy.
That giant one in front of the minister's house is her pet?
Besides, there aren't any lions in Korain.
Only in Kenya.
We don't even have any zoos. A rather sad state of affairs, I'm afraid.
No, wait a minute. If there are no lions, why does the bird make a lion sound?
Because
like-
Maybe
a
that was the
scary
warbird.
Well, it's not. That's not a roar. It's the sound of a warbird, though.
It is, but why does it make the sound of a lion if the country has no lions?
Because
Ace Attorney, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't think warbirds learn to mimic lions.
yeah, I think that's just
Honestly,
about it.
it's not a.
Oh,
It's
we
not
got-
a bird of mimicry. It's a bird that's learned how to roar to feign itself to predators.
Shadow
but
also.
that's-
You go on.
Yeah, but like just because it roars like a lion doesn't mean there has to be lions. It roars naturally, and
Ooh.
somebody in it from a country that has lions goes, "Oh, it roars like a lion because
it
it's
sounds
a
like a lion,
comparable
yeah.
thing." Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tigers roar, but we wouldn't say that the tigers learnt from the lions to roar. They just roar, and we just go, "Oh,
Yeah.
they roar because it sounds like a lion's roar."
Yeah,
That's
warbird. Yeah, warbird roars like warbird. We just recognize this similar to lions because we know how lions sound.
Yes.
Except animology. Tigers don't roar. I'm sorry, Shadow.
Oh, they bellow, don't they?
They growl. They kind of have a grunt and a growl. They don't don't have the vocal cords to perform a roar. Interestingly enough.
They don't roar, but I'm pretty sure they used a tiger's bellow instead of actual lion roars for the
Yeah, it's all more like a.
Lion King, yeah.
It's more like a
Because
grunt. It's more like
I
a
thought they
grunt
used-
or like a.
Sorry.
That's fine. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I thought they used Frank Welker yelling into a trash can.
They
that too.
also used him, yes.
Yeah.
Good noises. Yeah.
Also, no problem at all, Summer Kagami. Thanks for coming here. We appreciate it. Just luck if all you want.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
You're not late, you arrived just on time.
Well, I remember hearing a sound like that. The lion's roar coming from the phone is actually from something hanging out in the bazaar.
Yes, yes, yes.
How bizarre.
Isn't that the cry of the warbird in the bazaar?
Ah!
Your benevolence. Do you think you can clarify the voice for me?
Very well. I will now attempt to further refine my vision.
Your benevolence, can you try to reproduce the voice for me?
Ah, what's this?
Just as I suspected, it was the call of a warbird. That means the subordinate Mr. Ingo was talking to was in the bazaar, not the palace.
But why is that important where the call came from?
The
I
call
don't know
came from
yet.
inside the house.
What significance could it have?
She's right. Is it important
It
to
is
know where the call
important.
came from? Yes, it's very important.
Because that call happened when they were chasing Apollo and Athena through the bazaar.
Good memory.
So long before Inga and Dirk met.
But wouldn't that be after?
Yeah, that was after,
the
because,
murder.
this is before they even met. Yeah, I think you may have got the timeline out of order. But no,
But-
we do know that another guard was there, yeah?
I do believe something happened that made the warbird go off, didn't it?
I'll have to check. It's actually very important. Knowing that the person on the other end was at the bazaar means that the loud explosion might not have been the sound of a gunshot.
But
Hello, Penguin.
Yeah, that's
I
what I thought. I thought this was the case.
I can think of no other item that makes such noise in the area.
I can.
Go ahead, Apollo. Tell her.
Who's gonna tell her?
Tell River the real source of that sound.
Will do.
Well, Hornhead, I'm waiting.
Sonic Rafer.
What was the true source of that explosive sound?
They've said it in Albi's testimony, yeah.
Yeah, yelled by a dog in the woodbard, and they threw a firecracker. Yep. So that's that. There we go. Take that!
It's that's being a little shit.
Rafer, rather than Rafer the Hedgehog, it's more like Rafer Rose, I thought.
A dingbat dog.
What is that?
It's Albie Your Guide's statement. In it, he claims that Dad's Arable threw a firecracker at him while he was at the bazaar.
And it was funny.
Hey, Hornhead! When you say my name, don't forget professional cutie patootie! I'm gonna trademark it!
Is Mr. Right?
What? This isn't my line.
I'm just saying that is Kitty Patootie a trademarkable line?
I don't cover trademark law.
I'm a lawyer, not a... I'll check it.
Check it with
Going
my
back to
dwarf,
the-
he should know.
I
Going
just
back to the
checked.
case at hand.
Cutie Patootie is too much of a broad statement. It can't be copyrighted.
Oh. What about professional cutie patootie?
Possibly.
Probably same.
Going back to the case at hand.
Yes, the sound heard over the phone was a firecracker exploding.
Objection. And yet, a bullet was found at the scene of the crime. A bullet fired from Minister Inger's gun. How do you explain that?
Well, we don't know whether it fired during the course of the crime, right? Or do you have evidence that proves when the pistol was discharged?
No, I have none.
Wait a second. If that loud bang was a firecracker, then could that laugh at the end have been...
Oh, I know where this is going.
No! It can't be!
Oh, yes, it can.
Oh, it can. And it is.
It was me!
The laugh came from none other than
God damn it, Tats!
the Joker who got a kick out of startling Albie with his dragon snotch snaps. The happy-go-lucky.
Terrible.
That's horrible.
What?
Someone should really put a leash on that guy.
I might just do so.
You might just like it. I shudder to think how a man can be the cause of so much trouble.
Oh, God.
Hey there, AJ, B-dubs. Y'all can thank me later.
I swear to God, Tats.
There he goes, get him!
No one asked for your commentary, Mr. Arable. Your beloved, you need to revise your insight.
I love that. It's just like, nobody asked you!
Yes, I love that too.
But also, nobody asked you, character I also voice.
Nobody asked
Nobody
you,
asked
me!
Welcome to Barry yells at himself.
Nobody asked me. Who is me? It's you. He is me, and I am you.
Oh, Rush Hour 3, oh God.
No, I am you.
Jesus.
But my brain, my brain be like, hey, you're worthless and you suck. And I'm like, nobody asked you!
Exactly.
God, that scene. I am you.
Nobody
No, you're
asked
not me,
you.
I'm not you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
No, you is blind.
No, he's me. I am you.
No, this is
I don't know.
Ask you.
No, this is
I don't know what he means, but I know you.
It would appear so. Insights revised.
That seems exactly the same as before.
It's at the palace, whereas now it says at the bazaar.
Oh, okay, the new word.
Yeah.
Okay, it's literally just one word, but fine.
My father then took a call from a subordinate at the bazaar. The true source of that loud bang was the firecracker that idiot Dats threw.
Wait, what?
Shut up,
And
Dats.
that final laugh belonged to none other than that very same idiot, Dats himself.
Hey!
Shut up, Daz!
Who you?
Well,
you
this
call it
changes
scruffy
everything.
I finished the Koreanese middle school, you know.
Good for you.
Let's
That was
go over the
just the
details of
first
Rafer's
semester,
insight.
you idiot.
Let's go over the details of Rafer's insight again.
Okay. Yes, we're not beyond.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
We're not beyond coming up with our own lines and things, or even sometimes replacing lines wholesale. That happens. I think I've got this down now. Time to find another inconsistency. Yeah. Okay, well. Wait a minute. Wait. Give me a second. I want to see the court record.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Albie's happened at 2 p.m. though.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So
That probably won't be important later.
if we go to where the explosion is, where is it? Pain instance.
It'll be the right at the end.
Right at the end, yeah. Pain
It'll be the last one.
instance.
If he supposedly shot a gun at 3, but there was an explosion at 2. Explain that, science!
Objection!
Explosion!
Explosion!
Your benevolence, there's a glaring problem with this insight. I did say hello to Penguin earlier on.
There is?
You stated that the murder happened at around 3 p.m., which is right around the time my client arrived on the scene. However, now that we know what the source of the loud bang is, your insight conflicts with a certain piece of evidence.
I suppose I have to ask the obvious here. What evidence conflicts with the claim that the murder occurred at 3?
That'd be LB's statement.
Take that!
Take that!
Wow, my statement used twice as a piece of evidence. I feel so
Oh,
young.
your guy's statement? Again?
Friendship. Again? Yes, because to summarize what he said, at around 2 p.m., Shadow was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the palace courtyard.
Around 2 p.m.?
That's right. 2 p.m. Not 3 p.m.
Are you suggesting?
Well, we've not seen that animation before.
That eye
no.
twitch.
Yeah.
Also, if she strains her nails anymore, they're gonna pop off.
I think you know where I'm going with this.
Oh no, that means the Queen's gonna have ranged weapons.
Dad's
Oh,
laugh, the cry of the Wabad, and the bang of the firecracker were all heard right before Mr. Inga's death. Thanks to Albie's statement, we can put a definite timestamp on all of these sounds.
I was already fired at in the last case, so I don't really want to be fired at again.
Thank you so much for the description there, Samo Kamigami. We appreciate that. Also, if I'm not pronouncing that, I apologize. You be free to correct me. Therefore, what this vision shows is that it's extremely likely that the deceased's final moments were at 2 rather than 3, as we had originally thought.
In other words, 2 p.m. means it wasn't 3 p.m.
Dare I ask?
I don't know, dare you?
It means the murder took place a full hour before Dirk entered the tomb.
Ah, how can this be? Are you saying that I, the very personification of the law, have been mistaken?
Yes. See,
There we go.
I said so.
Now you see why justice will always prevail.
Just
Just throw these nails at you.
It wouldn't be unlike other prosecutors, though. Peace! Peace, I say! No dead defense! I must remind you that the figure of the accursed was clearly shown in the vision.
Sure.
How do you explain that?
I wouldn't say it was clearly shown. After all, the figure didn't actually have a face.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Without a face, we can't be certain of who he was.
Furthermore, need I remind you that if the vision is from 2 p.m., Dirk was still with me and Mr. Wright, which means this faceless figure couldn't possibly be him.
So then, what do we make of this 1 hour difference? Was that a time zone change?
Yeah.
It's a-
Daylight saving
Wait.
time.
2 o'clock? That's when.
Nina went missing.
My mother was performing the rite of channeling.
Huh. Oh, okay. Mhm. Hi, Nayuta. Well, we'll do it gone. We need someone to voice Nayuta.
Drifting.
Drifting's the one without a role right now, so it makes sense.
I also don't.
Oh, well,
Kay also doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Maya to return from the war.
I will open the floor to either of you to decide who wishes to voice Nayuta for now.
You can do it together.
No, we're not doing that.
Synchronized.
Dual
I
voice.
thought we could do it because Linus is anyway a style as a two-headed actor.
No.
No, the lag. The lag.
The lag.
The lad.
And you're both being very kind and not saying you don't want to take the role. Teacher's going to start assigning roles.
I'll take it. The palace guards had all been reassigned to guard the channeling chamber for the rite. I'm making him very American. Don't tell me. I think it's funny. I'll go for
It
it.
is.
It's how,
What's
how
that
he learned English from like anime dubs. I don't know.
What's crack-a-lackin', homie?
Yeah. Like
I want to turn into a baguette.
Yo, Digit.
How's it going,
I'm
fellow
throwing these
kid?
beads at you.
I'm going to walk into the water and turn into a Nautilus.
That's fair. I'll walk through.
I'm moving to Tibet where I'll spend my life as a goat.
About to pop prayer beads in your ass.
Moving on.
I got. Sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
The royal residence. It would have been virtually unguarded.
Which means the real killer could have easily slipped unseen into Amara's tomb.
Defense! Are you saying that this is someone disguised as the accused?
That's exactly what I believe, Your Majesty.
preposterous. Disguises cannot deceive the memories of the dead. That the face did not appear this time is mere happenstance. Specifically, like, when I say very American, I mean, like, dub of an anime villain. Over enunciated and kind of ridiculous.
Fair.
Yeah.
So, had it if I were talking very American in more general terms, I would go Southern, but I'm not.
That's fair.
Had it appeared, such subterfuge would have been clear as day.
He's got a point there. Anyone who knows about the divination seance would have tried to hide their face. Nevertheless, go on.
Oh, good. I was kind of wondering whether the accent that you are giving Nayuta Kay is not mid-Atlantic accent.
I don't know. It's just over enunciated is the main thing I'm going for, but maybe.
I think that is one of the things to the mid-Atlantic accent, the over enunciations, like not really British, not really American, like think Darth Vader.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
villains in general.
yeah, I mean, like Leia from the original Star Wars also has a mid-Atlantic touch to her, but I
Yeah.
don't know how much that is. I don't know.
Nevertheless, our killer openly appeared before Inga. The question is, why?
Apollo? Maybe the killer could afford to be so bold. Because they knew their face wouldn't show up in the seance vision.
What?
It's possible that the killer dared to dress in Dirk's clothes and stand square in front of Inga.
That's you, Apollo.
Sorry, I lost it there. Precisely because they knew they could get away with it. But how could anyone be so sure of something like that?
Wait, is this going back to his prosopagnosia?
A long time ago, I heard of a cognitive disorder
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
that impairs a person's ability to distinguish between different faces. What if Inga had it?
Yeah. Fucking called it months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Then,
What?
go on. Then are you saying that this is literally how Inga saw the world?
Yes. We can't normally see through the eyes of others, but in this case, we can. And if he had that disorder, I imagine this is how faces appear to him in life.
Athena coming in from the corridor being like, no, actually, technically speaking, that's not how it works, but like, it does work that way metaphorically, so we'll go with it.
Well, it works that way in anime.
Yeah.
And also, basically, what he sees is the background characters we're looking at right now, before everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say the killer knew that Inga had such a disorder. They could definitely use it to pin the crime on Dirk, but...
If you're wondering about how to prove that Inga had it, you already have what we need.
Really?
Or called it months ago.
Do you have what you need?
Yes, I believe so. Frankly, I have no idea what miswrite means, but I'll look at the evidence over again because...
I don't know what he's talking about, so I'll bullshit my way through.
What explains why the face of Minister Inga's killer is absent in his seance vision?
There was that notebook he kept, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was what Burr used to predict.
A notepad used by Inga, people's characteristics are written inside. Ah,
Very impressed, by the way.
very impressive,
yeah,
Burr.
because go back to the notepad. None of these describe faces.
Yeah.
Yes.
See hair, clothes.
Yeah, not facial features. Yeah, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
effects on them. Yeah.
Yeah, it tells you what they wear. Yeah.
Which means it's
So
very
that you can recognize them by clothes.
Which means that someone could very easily fool him into thinking they were.
Yeah, because look at Dirk's long hair, eye patch, blue clothes.
Mm,
All they needed was an eye patch and the clothes, and they would have had it.
impressive.
And a wig.
Take that.
A notepad?
Yes, it was found in Minister Inga's room, and it holds the answer we're looking for. Wait. This is a very kind of out there and a bit weird to suggest. We were posing last time. I mean, we're pretty much theorizing that a character that is not on this list, which is the actual queen, the one who was assassinated, Amara, was.
Oh, we have her picture.
We do. Oh, we do have Amara. We do have a picture, yes, in the court record. That Amara is holding this baby who we think to be Rafer. I'm guessing is what we're assuming.
Mm-hmm.
What if this is because this all comes from the aphasia? Is it aphasia?
No, aphasia is the lack of speech.
My apologies.
Oh, right.
I'll just refer to that the disorder that Inga has. Could that have led to potentially that relationship? Maybe something going on there. Maybe. I mean,
so here's the thing. I don't think Ace Attorney would go there.
Yeah, I don't think it would either.
But I also want to elaborate a little bit more on the face blindness thing.
Please
because
do.
because this is the thing where it's like I have somewhat experience because I'm not
More than me.
I'm not totally face blind, but I am. I jokingly call myself slightly face blind or dog shit at faces. My best example of this is Love Actually. I kept confusing, like, there were several white guys with the same fucking haircut. I couldn't tell them apart. But like technically speaking, if we were watching a seance vision, the thing about the seance visions is is some of the stuff is as they perceive it. So specifically in this case, we are perceiving in a way that makes sense to us how it is to live that way, though it is not literally what they're seeing. You can literally see, like, when I am confusing faces, I literally can see that two faces are different, but I cannot necessarily identify that, or if presented with similar faces and similar people in quick succession, I cannot necessarily differentiate very well.
You can see the faces, but your mind doesn't do the connection between a
Yeah,
face
it's
and a person in your brain.
It's not a visual disorder, it's
Yeah,
a
it's a
cognitive
cognitive.
disorder. It's a disorder of how the brain processes, because other symptoms of face blindness can be you struggle to recognize emotions, age, gender. Sometimes you, like, I'm looking at the NHS website, like, I'm not putting this out of thin air. You can actually have trouble recognizing other things such as cars and animals, because being a cognitive disorder, you know, the neurons are going to get this crossover, so some of the neurons are going to be a bit, you know, connections not performed so easily.
You can't learn the connection between the face and the person.
I want to point out, even though they admit they were reading on the NHS website, our medical expert, everyone.
I am not a clinical personage. I cannot diagnose you with stuff. I know the theory. I don't know any of the practicalities. Please
but
go
you are
see
very
a doctor
cool.
if something's worrying you.
But you are very, very cool, and we love you for it.
Yes, we do very much.
Seriously, anyone like watching an episode, like a medical episode of anything with Shadow is an experience.
It'll be fun. I want it.
I still have war flashbacks from that one house episode. The fucking medical malpractice in that one was just...
I think that could just be the name of the show, Medical Malpractice, the series.
Yeah.
If House ever became a rapper, he'd be Dan.
Doesn't the hospital just is called Malpractice Plainsboro Medical Hospital or something?
Anyway,
University Hospital.
I'll never get done for medical negligence, not because I'm good, because I bury the evidence.
And it holds the answer. And it holds the answer we're looking for. As you can see, it's filled with detailed notes on various individuals, what kind of clothes they wear, hairstyles, and other discerning physical characteristics.
And this is connected to the faceless nature of the killer. How? Sorry, I'm very slow.
The vision we saw was exactly what Minister Ingus saw with his own eyes. It is
Simplified, but okay.
It is he who saw the killer as a person without a face. In fact, this is how he normally saw everyone around him.
What's this?
Well, I'm gonna well actually here. Sorry. That might not be what his eyes actually see, but it might be what his brain perceives.
Yeah, this is after the. Yeah, this feels like after the brain's post-processing.
Yeah, because I've had instances where I have seen something I've thought is a kite, and then just a couple of seconds later I'll go, oh, it's a seagull, and I could sort of visually see it change its features in visually change features as my brain is like, oh yeah, that's a thing. It's very spooky, and so your vision is usually your brain lying to you. Have fun with that knowledge.
I have tons of that when I'm playing point-and-click games with pretty, very visually nice painted backgrounds, but I cannot figure out what is on those backgrounds.
A similar situation occurred when I asked Shadow the question, do you know what a Raftar is?
Hey, that's a different form of perception. That was me doing a dumb.
But also, in
I'm the one that
the case
took
of like,
the damage.
is his eyesight? No, because then the rest would be just as blurry if his eyesight is that poorly.
Yes.
I like bringing up that memory. It's a fun memory.
I knew the name of the Rathtar, but if you would, like, all you would have had to do was say those were the things the Force Awakens chasing everybody around the ship, and I would have clocked it immediately. But Rathtar is just like, yeah, I know what that is. Immediately confusing it for a fucking Rancor. What the fuck?
Like what you need is just, can you tell me?
Can you tell me what that is? Like,
This reminds me of the magical gazebo story.
oh my god,
The
yeah, It was pretty much
gazebo.
like that. It was pretty much like that. Hey!
Hey!
He has arrived.
It is the divot
Now
one.
Introducing a divot.
Hello.
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 Have I ever told you the tragedy of the magical gazebo?
I beg your pardon.
Is it possible to learn this power?
I'm not doing the joke again.
Gazebo.
Yes.
That's okay.
Not from a gazebo.
Not
Not
from
from
the
the
Jedi would
gazebo.
tell you.
Hello, Divot. Welcome. Everyone has hello, Divot. Everyone, audience, say hello to Divot.
Hey,
We,
David.
Hello, David.
Hello.
we did
I'm-
say
Hello
that
there.
we did say that he was absent and he'd be with us later, so we're glad to have him with us. But
We missed you.
Today is later. Well, now is later.
Has Nayuta said a single word?
yes,
Yes.
Drifting.
Like
no,
normal line,
Kay
I think.
temporarily took your role, so they were very good at it actually. But
Thank you.
it wasn't the same as not having you here, of course.
Yeah.
I was just curious. Like, was it a lot or was it like 2 lines?
It was
Like
two
two
lines.
lines.
Couple of lines.
It was
Yeah,
Dope.
2 lines, maybe
lines.
3.
Yeah.
Dope. Cool. So I didn't miss anything then.
pretty much.
Cool.
I believe Minister Inga had a disorder that prevented him from recognizing faces. It would explain the faceless being and why he needed a notepad full of people's physical characteristics.
Now that I think about it, my father was always terrible at remembering people. By simply changing my hairstyle, he would fail to recognize even me.
Oh.
Your Eminence, you knew that your husband had such a disorder, didn't you? Also, when did you get your nails done?
He never
The
wished for it
performs.
to become public knowledge.
Didn't I, Lucky?
But I suppose there is no use in keeping quiet about it now. It is as you say. My late husband had a special disorder that has hindered his ability to recognize faces. Prosopagnosia.
Hmm.
I said that before
Yeah.
I even saw that.
Yeah, I'm taking that as if you're okay with that, I'm taking it as read. If you're okay with that,
That's right, that's right.
okay.
Yay.
Also, she got her nails done the same time she went and got all the Infinity Stones.
My wish was to have luscious nails.
So,
Natural fingers and boob nails.
so Mr. Wright was right. Well, right.
Darn right.
The memories of those afflicted with such disorders in life do appear strange at times. There is precedent for this.
So the killer likely knew about the disorder and used it to their advantage.
Which does limit the number of suspects. Right, so there's someone who is both knowledgeable about the divination seance and aware of Inga's affliction. Your Eminence, who knew about your husband's condition?
A small number of servants who tended to his needs. And me.
Hello, Ashley Goldie.
Hello, Ashley.
Surely
Hello.
you are not about to insinuate that I committed this crime?
Oh, yes, we are.
No, Your Eminence.
Not yet.
Still, could she have done it?
Grant has an alibi, remember?
Oh, right. She was conducting the rite of channeling at 2 p.m. In that case, Your Eminence. Your Eminence, does Naina know about Minister Inga's disorder?
Of course she does. She is our head servant.
So, as head servant, she knew about Minister Inga's condition. And as the princess's personal attendant, she is familiar with the divination seance. If these two facts together don't make her a possible suspect, I don't know what would.
Objection. You witless lawyer. How quick you are to forget the facts.
Facts like?
When Inga was last seen alive. You claim he was slain at 2, yet that is impossible. For Rafa saw him at 2:30.
We did completely forget about that.
No, there must be some mistake.
So you see, the murder could only have happened at 3 p.m. The hour Dirk entered the tomb. There is no other answer to this puzzle.
Oh, why don't we ever get to make up answers like Garan makes up laws?
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yes, it's back to square one.
You must collect your evidence before venturing forth.
Where did we go wrong?
Phoenix hearing the voice of Professor Layton in his mind, telling him he fucked up.
This reminds me of a puzzle. I don't think we're the problem.
Also, genuine question, is something like the disorder Inga has genetically passable to Rafa?
Interesting.
It's
I believe it's not necessarily. I think it is heritable. I don't think it is necessarily directly genetic.
Also,
the term originally referred to a condition following acute brain damage, acquired prosopagnosia, but a congenital or developmental form of the disorder also exists, with a prevalence of 2.5%. So it is possible, just very, very low.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't it also one of those afflictions that mostly affect male population?
I think, yeah.
Protanopia and such.
That sounds right, but I am only basing that on how color blindness has that.
Yeah.
It may be. I think it is. That chromosomal link, whatever. That's my hunch, but I don't know.
There's a few afflictions like that, not just the color blindness, but yeah. It is a possibility that that's one of them.
But yeah, point is, I don't think Rafa would have it. I think there's another explanation here that we may be forgetting.
Shadow?
On the other hand, sorry.
Oh yes.
What?
Or do you know if it's you wouldn't have to know if it's or have any information about that, would you?
I'm busy passing the Wikipedia thing.
Aye.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
There's no from just a glance. There's no It can be inheritable, but it's not genetically linked to gender. Well, I should say sex, not gender. My apologies.
Yes.
It's not linked to sex or anything like that because nobody. It's not well known enough, kind of thing. It can be passed down through the family, but we're not quite sure how yet.
That would put in a different light the fact that she refers to people as horn head, barbed head, etc.
Yeah.
Possible.
I was thinking
That is
that.
true.
Interesting idea.
And as I said, this reminds me of a puzzle. And we just seem to be short one piece of it.
Oh no, it does say it is showing an inheritance pattern that is autosomal dominant, which is basically the dominant gene passes the disorder on, not the recessive. So if you have one dominant gene, that will pass the gene on, kind of thing.
Ah.
Curious.
So you can only be affected or unaffected. You can't be the halfway house that autosomal recessive disorders work with. Because the recessive gene is basically the protein that the gene that encodes the protein that does the thing is either not working or doesn't work as well. But because it also has a dominant gene with it, it's creating the protein that actually works properly, so it can mask or reduce the effects. While the autosomal dominant disorders, basically, if you have the gene producing the shitty protein, you're fucked, basically.
Yeah, so
Recessive isn't right. Recessive is easy to override the thing.
So it will mostly affect males that don't have the extra Y chromosome.
Nope. It's autosomal dominant. It is not related to sex.
Oh.
But autosomal dominant does not run through the Y or X chromosomes. It runs through the autosomes.
Good to know. Our deductions so far explain everything to a T. Everything except for Inga's sighting at 2:30.
But was that Inga though?
I see.
That's the question.
And without that final puzzle piece, all of our deductions fell apart.
Apollo, if Inga's sighting is the only anomaly, we'll just have to find a way to make it fit into the bigger picture.
Take care, Penguin.
To the bullshit bus!
To the bullshit bus. I like that. Okay, now just hear me out, artists out there. I now want a Batman and Robin style like picture of Apollo and Phoenix like running towards the camera. You know?
Oh my god.
I was thinking more the two of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very
Well,
good too.
bullshitting Batman.
Time to think about outside the box then, right? Alright, let's see. It would be impossible to see Inga walking around after he'd been killed. But what if there was a way to make people think he was alive even though he was dead?
Puppeteering.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Necromancy.
Necromancy.
Or spirit channeling.
Like, a way to make people witness the living dead?
Well, then you just watch The Walking Dead, right?
Sounds like some sort of kind of TV show. Things like that don't happen in real life.
Wait a minute.
What do you know?
Oh! Or do they fucking ever?
Apollo! Did you just
I did!
I came to a
go to the
conclusion.
bathroom or something?
Just figure it out! I know how to make people witness the living dead. Your Majesty! Our deductions weren't wrong after all. Despite Minister Inga being murdered at 2 p.m., he was seen heading into the tomb at 2:30. And I'll tell you how.
Well, I certainly hope you will. Because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
The Minister Inga, her benevolent soul, was in fact someone.
Ghost or a clone?
Fuck it. Maybe it was a ghost or even a clone.
Apollo, are you okay?
Your Majesty?
Off with his head.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying anymore. He must be feeling ill in his tiny horn head. We just summoned an ambulance before it's too late.
Call an
guys-
ambulance, but not for me.
You guys have ambulances?
Agreed, you're
Just two
benevolent.
guys with a stretcher.
Can anyone take a joke in this country?
No.
No. What you have an ambulance, but it is a man just called Ambulance.
Oh God!
One guy is called Ambu, and the other one is Lance.
Lance.
I mean, there's a guy called Lackey. Anything's possible at this point.
That just reminds me of like.
And they behave exactly like there's two like hospitals characters in the original Lego Island game, Enter and Return. They behave exactly like that.
Yes, I don't.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I just reminded this thing like oh shit, I had it now. It's gone. It's gone. Oh no.
Oh no.
Damn it. Oh, well, first, of course, they also clearly make the wee woo noise as they're kind of going as well. I know what it is. It was
Alternatingly.
it's from Men in Black when the two aliens that are at the front, when Cage introduces us, this is blah, 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 and this is Bob. You know.
But also, they're not doing the proper wee woo. They are ex-soldiers, so they're marching and they're doing wee woo wee woo wee woo.
Oh god, it's getting worse.
I actually got a flashback of the fucking Chuckle Brothers. I'm just going
To me,
"Wee,
to
woo,
you."
wee." Yeah, basically.
Oh god. Oh, whenever they turn up at hospitals, like, oh, you two, hello.
Hello.
Is the patient at least alive this time?
Oh dear, look at this. Oh dear, look at this man here.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
My name's Amber,
so
and this is my
sad,
brother
but
Lance.
We've gone on a journey, audience, and the American audience have no fucking clue what we're talking about.
I am so sad that I don't. I wanna.
The quiet
don't.
audience have decreed. We need
Yep.
to give Kay a lesson later. Here we
Yes.
go.
It was a joke, was it? For shame. You had me truly worried there for a moment.
I'm fine, and I'm done joking around.
For a moment, I was hoping I could lock you in an asylum.
Someone channeling him. It was the deceased being channeled. It's the only way a man who is already dead could have been seen by her benevolence.
Channeled, you say?
That's right. And there are only two people capable of spirit channeling here in Karain. Her Eminence, Kreen Karan, and Maya Fey. It's possible that one of them was channeling the minister.
It would seem you are ever bent on making me party to this crime.
If the shoe
Well,
fits.
Prosecutor, what was I doing at 2:30 p.m. at the time my husband was seen?
Evidence? I believe you had completed the channeling rite and were having tea with the king of the neighboring realm. There would have been many attendants there too.
That's the name of the country, neighboring realm.
Now you just to keep up with her schedule too? What doesn't she make him do?
And that leaves only Maya.
Well, shit.
Oh no.
I saw this coming.
Here we go again.
Not again.
Here we go again.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I'm guessing there's a third, but this is just speculation on my part.
Maybe someone was forcing her to use her power for nefarious ends. The real killer could have been threatening her. Eh? Eh?
Wait. Wouldn't that wouldn't that explain?
Go on, Shadow.
Wouldn't that explain why Maya was found nearly exhausted and dehydrated next to Inga's body?
That's
Yeah.
not a bad call.
Yeah, also another game theory that I have. As a queen, because queens of Krain have the spirit channeling abilities. It still could have been Amara.
It could have been Amara. Yeah.
It still could be Lupus.
Yeah. I would say it's never Lupus, but in this instance, I kind of agree with you. Amara sounds like it is completely plausible.
So then, Inga's scream. That was probably from when he woke up from being called back to this world. After all, that's when the flow of time would have picked back up for him after he died.
But also, it's not like the person has control over them. He would have been autonomous. So, why would
So
he have then gone?
continued his schedule.
Yeah, but then surely he would have known he was dead. You know.
No,
I mean,
No,
he just said they don't.
the thing is,
True.
the person channeling him entered his quarters, channeled him, then he appeared, screamed, ran to the tomb to see what happened, if the killer's still there, because he doesn't know the time has passed. So it
Right.
all makes sense.
Also
you're right.
dead, but of course he runs back. He wants the Founder's Orb.
True.
Also, wouldn't the thing be that, like, I think part of the thing as well is, like, you don't necessarily know that you're dead unless it's very obvious. Like, obviously Mia's a special case, but like, we've only experienced where it's very obvious that the person's dead. But if, Maya or whoever dressed in his clothes, and then channeled him. He possibly could not have been any the wiser.
Well, I thought what he saw was just, and you know, he could have chalked his murder scene because he witnessed it up to just simply a bad dream.
Exactly. Yes. Also, I want to make a point here that like there is, I think, a little more stuff with the Twilight Realm and how the time flow picking up versus what happens when they're like dead and what's happening there. There's some more special stuff with that.
For I call no time passes in that or something like that.
Well, no, that's what it is. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. I'm saying that like my personal pet theory based on Mia is that basically like there is a Twilight Realm, but she forgets all of the information or anything that's happening in sort of the spirit realm when she's being channeled, and her life picks up right back where it was. But because she is spiritually sensitive, she knows that's happened, whereas those who are not may not be able to. That's a little bit of like a little pet theory of mine, but it makes more sense than there's no Twilight Realm, your existence just stops and then starts again, because that's bullshit.
Query. So do the channelers become like, imagine like you move, like do channels just become a door then, and they just open the door to a specific spirit? Because if you turned into a door, you wouldn't remember anything.
Yes. Yes, that is exactly what happens. Yes.
Have you read the line, by the way, Lemmy? It's been so long.
I did read it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just want to check. I don't want to skip it. So, Minister Ingot probably leapt to his feet, thinking he'd just had a nightmare. Then, realizing it was almost time for the hostage exchange, he raced off to Amara's tomb, not even realizing he was already dead.
Then, her benevolence really did see a dead man running.
Oh, that is so traumatizing for a small child. Holy shit. Well, I know she's not a small child, but...
No, she is baby. Your benevolence officially declared you baby. Also, using the secret power of spirit channeling to commit a crime? How can this be?
The defense calls Miss Maya Fey to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence, will you allow a new witness?
It matters not. Either way, this lawyer shall soon know the truth. He will know just how much of an imbecile he is in the face of my infallible arguments.
Insult me all you want, witch, but you'll be eating those words when I expose the truth.
Wow!
Very well. Let's adjourn until the next witness is ready.
See, Dirk? In a monologue. Inside voice.
Get a
Do I get to play
backbone,
now?
son.
What's that?
I was making a joke of, do I get to play now? Because Maya's been fucking missing in action this whole time.
Well, I actually had to check the script yesterday, and I don't know whether... I mean, I'm making good progress, but then again, there's a lot of interruptions, so maybe we'll get to the point where I'm hoping we'll get to the point that I thought was
no,
coming
Maya
up.
shows up, like, very shortly. This is where Maya shows up.
That's not who I'm thinking should be showing up at some point.
Yeah.
May 19th, High Court of Kurain. Accuse Laber.
Will I take a break halfway?
You know what? Now it's actually not a bad time. It's been an hour and a half. Makes sense. Let's do it now. We'll have a quick break and we'll be right back, everyone.
Okay.
We'll get it. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Welcome, and we are back, everyone. Hello there, Sunbeam Streams. Picked up right at the moment as we end the mid-stream break, and we get back to the proclivities of what's going on. So, hello, everyone. We are once again back here with some Saturday Night Silly Voices, and yeah, we're going to continue on with today's episode. So, Drifting, would you like to kick us off? As Athena, of course.
Talk about some really close shades. I was definitely awake for the whole case.
Well, Can't get a closer shave than Hetman's brand blades, that's for sure.
Little off the top.
Yes.
The trial's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted.
That's because you're old, boss.
Wow.
Still, you were able to fight back the queen herself in there.
Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I won't have to keep on playing her game much longer. Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright?
She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently.
I know, but that's kind of normal for her from what you tell me.
It's also a mood.
But that's all it was. So she should be okay.
She's just
Okay.
She's just a sleepy girl, okay?
I love how the game is like, oh, who could this be?
Clearly Rafa, yeah.
Who could this possibly be?
That's just Napier's baby. If he's gonna do that, I'm gonna stick back to his shins. Oh, bobbed head! A horn head!
Oh, hello, your benevolence.
Princess Rafa, you were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess
Oh, God.
Rafa Padma Kurain,
Would you care to, Laura?
and I am prepared to face my father's
Did you mute it?
death.
I can't mute it. It literally is just going without me.
Well, I wasn't
Despite
prepared
your
for
mother's
that.
opposition.
Don't worry about it, dude.
There
Don't
we
worry
go.
about it. Do you really want me to?
I don't want to take away lines from you.
All right then.
I am the royal priestess, Rafa Padma Kurain, and I am prepared to face my father's death.
Yo!
Nice.
Nice.
Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground.
And despite the game's insistence,
And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess.
Hey, if you're gonna make an Ace 27 maybe on the Switch, or if you're gonna maybe import like some Ace 20
maybe have voice acting options.
Yeah. In the sound options, you know, separate the voices and the sound effects in the game, you know, like any other normal fucking game would.
You're killing us over here, Capcom.
That would be nice.
You got us by our necks. Come on.
They're killing you. What about me?
Shut up, come here.
I'll join you in the basement in a moment. It's not like they need me around here.
I'm still looking for the exit, guys.
True.
We can't do the south, or I won't cheat the Uno.
Hey, what am I doing down here?
You're not past yet.
It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude.
Character development!
Oh, don't mention it.
Oh, I know. I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse?
Cow good, cow good.
Yeah.
Or perhaps I shall reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage.
I want the cow!
That's okay. That's okay, Your Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough. Thanks.
But I thought you Americans liked massages.
No.
You are like 12.
She's 14.
I have you know I'm a royal massager for a reason.
So, okay, I think... Sorry, go ahead.
My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know.
I think what she's trying to I think what she's getting there is like... I think what she's getting at there is that I assume, like, massages from... She's picked up from American media and such that, like, massages from like India and countries surrounding her country are probably like, you know, special and whatever. So I think that's what she's trying to get at with the Americans like massages. But also, you're 14. What are you?
Yeah.
You're like. Massage does not have to be erotic, but
No,
also,
it doesn't.
I'm just concerned because definitely the stuff she would have been seeing, saying Americans like it, would be erotic.
Yeah.
That is a skewed point taken entirely from I think this point was made as a bit of maybe a social commentary of sorts of like.
I mean, she's 14 and she has internet. Look into your past.
Well, not just that. I think it's also father bad back problems. You know, it's.
She's trying to be helpful, but she's also like her information is interesting.
Yeah.
But also the less I
the-
acknowledge my 14-year-old self, the better. Trust me.
Also, from my experience, the physiotherapeutical massage is not very far from violence. So
True.
Well, she kicks shins, so. Oh, it's it. Go on.
I will say, as a 14-year-old, I definitely see her saying that, because I don't think she might have some inclination that it might have other connotations, but she probably would just assume, oh, people like it, so I can offer it, and not see the other connotations.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Also, this is a girl that doesn't use swear words other than like dingbat and nincompoop.
Heavens to Betsy! Never forget.
Heavens to Betsy, yes.
I'm never gonna let Rachel live that down ever.
She's an innocent little child.
It's also. Go on.
Except when she channels a southern grandma with that heavens to Betsy.
That literally happened, and I went bananas because like, who is Betsy in this context? And we basically came to the conclusion that like they only have like 50s movies because that was the only thing that could possibly make it make sense.
I know it's that cow that she offered.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's Betsy.
Also, it's begun, man. After so long. Duck? That's a good question.
That's what the fuck did you do?
Pretending to whistle. A blue and big time, AJ.
That's not how you whistle. That's how you look like a fish.
That's. What the fuck's going on? That's.
I keep telling you, I have no idea who that is. I've never seen that person in my life. I mean, yeah, we booked it together, huh? But I lost track of him after that.
I have returned.
So Dirk's on the lam now. Again.
Probably, but who knows? He vanished in a blink of an eye.
Vanished?
You want to know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Tamara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late.
Oh, but don't tell me he's gone to rescue her. This is no time for the...
This is why I have to escape in the first place.
That's... Realize what you've done. Well, what's done is done. Still, why he chose to go rescue her now?
Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something.
But now...
Just in case he ended up on the chopping block.
Wow, in other words, he doesn't trust Apollo. Good to know.
Right. I thought you believed in me.
I feel like this would be a really, really good time for Mist's new voice line to come through.
Mist.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, come on!
There we go.
I got it. This seemed to be busy.
Oh, come on!
I think I was more lost.
He'll be back as soon as he frees Samara. You'll see.
That's not the point.
I'll prove that my...
Yes, yes.
I'll prove that my princess isn't in another castle.
Another temple, maybe. Let's. You left the accused contact you. Trial now resume. See that you are ready. Wait. The trial is without the defense. Evidence orders. You will return the cutter at once. Yes.
Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads.
Apparently nobody knows who Betsy was.
Madhouse, this place.
I can go look for Dirk, if you want.
Apollo's on his last fucking dirt. He is miserable, and I love it. Like,
Isn't he always?
No, here's the thing. He is always, but also you are so much able to like ramp that up, Ebac, and I'm fucking astounded at how far you can keep ramping it up because he keeps getting more loosely strung, if you will.
I try my best.
Highly strung. That's the word.
Place. May 19th, High Court, Lorraine.
Now then, let us resume the trial at hand.
Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing.
It doesn't matter. You'll stay here. What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without Eckers? Accused?
Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would dare not keep me waiting.
Of course, Your Eminence.
Yes, but what about a law governing own court proceedings?
I am the law. Did you forget? Then I shall simply revise it.
Updated law reports!
As ruling sovereign of Corain, I shall proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia.
Well, in that case... Also, that's Prosecutor Edwards' case that Well is in. So, Well is in this case, and I guess there's no problem with proceeding.
If she can use her fingernails to write things, what must the top of that bench look like with her clawing at it all the time?
This fucking place.
Bad.
Will the real Maya Fey please stand up?
This fucking place is getting to me. It's getting to me.
Please, Apollo. Please.
Here, have a paper bag.
Nick, does this guy always look like that?
I'm afraid so. He's quite highly strung. Sorry to summon you like this, Maya.
Getting dragged out of bed and into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. Though, I mean, it's not a big change from when we last worked together. Hey?
Not wrong.
I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It was my idea.
Oh.
It's payback for all those times where you were accused of things.
Nick, who's this guy?
I'll
let him introduce himself.
I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you.
I've only been working with Mr. Wright for 3 years.
Oh, Maya's been fucked off in Kuraya. Let's be clear. Like, also, I think she's definitely also fucking with Apollo here. That's why I'm taking it this way. That's a little behind the actor's note, if you will.
I'm just fucking with you, Polly.
Like, I want to continue the energy of Apollo Justice, where they're fucking with him through that entire game. like, well, not the entire game. The last case they kind of cool down, but like Trucy and Phoenix are just fucking with Apollo until that last case. Specifically the panties case. That is them fucking with Apollo. That is not a normal part of her routine. And Dual Destinies did not get the memo. In this essay, I will. Anyway, somebody did write the essay. It's on Reddit. Anyway. It was not me. Oh! So you're Apollo. Nix told me all about you. You're the new guy with the loud voice. And a bit of an unreliable streak, right? I think he said 3 years.
Unreliable?
Get doctor!
That was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since.
Thank you.
For that vote of confidence.
You're semi-reliable now.
To be fair to Phoenix in that case, when he did straight up refuse to work with the Right Anything agency after Kristoff, got arrested and indicted, he was jobless for 3 months or something before he came crawling back. So unreliable's not wrong. Okay.
Something very wrong is happening with the beads on in Maya's hair and on Maya's neck.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So
they are channeling each other.
So why was I called here anyway? Can I go back to bed? Am I under arrest again?
Huh?
Oh, I guess no one's filled her in. Wait, you didn't fill her in?
Well, she has been asleep this entire time.
Oh, great. Miss Faye, this trial is for Dirk Samadhi, and you're here as a witness.
What? Dirk's been arrested?
Oh, you are really out of the loop.
He was arrested, but he's now not. He's unarrested himself.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Sorry, I was just watching my cat pick a fight with a bottle of Coke.
Who won?
Oh my gosh.
The bottle of Coke, obviously.
Oh my gosh. I love that you said that.
Please, but I have to know if Chaka won this time.
I mean, it's been moved to another time because she's measured her force against the bottle of Coke and decided no, it's too full. I'm not fully picking that fight yet.
They do the thing with the cat thing where the cat leaps on it and then the thing rolls over and the cat realizes, oh, this is a big mistake.
I said it's a mistake, run away!
Yeah, no, she's just being cautious. She's been just swatting it with her paw many times.
Doing the thing where she just fucking slaps it.
Yes, like and pretty impressive speed, like. Bop, 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 bop.
I love it when cats do that. It's just so fun to watch.
Yeah,
Also-
this is why I was distracted.
Well, we're a lot of cat lovers here on this channel. Also, if you want to see a cat with nothing going on between the eyes, check out my Star Wars RPG streams. Sometimes where Divot shows off Sprocket. Yeah.
He show up. He there, but he not all there.
He's just here to have a nice time.
I thought you were gonna say one of the player characters is if somebody was playing a very dumb cat.
Wait, what? None of us are cats.
No.
Hey, I'm new to the party. You don't know all the secrets.
In fairness,
Secret cat.
In fairness, Lemming's character is kind of a himbo.
Well, I do try.
Also, Sprocket is role-playing as Shadow's Convor.
Hey, now, no, I haven't decided on the Convor. that Convor is baby. Anyway, I think we should probably get back to
I mean,
Ace
so is Charka. Charka is also baby.
She is baby, but also villain.
Yeah.
Yes. I need to say, before we get back to Ace Attorney, though, the one thing is that the fact you said that, Burr, in the Judge Sean Kurayani voice means it's canon he now has a cat. I'm sorry. He brings his cat to court. I don't make the rules, except
It's
I do.
law now.
Well, it's not really his cat. It's just a cat that turned up one day in the court, and then it just...
The courtroom cat, like the cats at Disneyland. Yes.
Anyway. Laura?
Sorry. Laura.
What?
Get on with it.
Oh.
Oh, pardon me.
You were asking for Rafa.
There we go. Carry on, Judge.
Alright, so, getting on with it. Miss Faye, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga.
Yes, you're not arrested yet.
What?
There's still time, though.
Someone, I'm not pointing fingers, because I don't have fake nails, but someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of the murder. At least that is what the defense claims.
What? Wait. What? Just keep having to say what and do the like little screechy Maya surprised bit. How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion?
Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense.
Your understandable anger at the defense side. Will you testify, Miss Faye?
Rude.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Volunteering me out of bed and into the courtroom, that was rude.
Yeah, well, that's what he did.
Witness testimony.
Channeling the minister.
I don't have any fucking clue what's going on, but...
Welcome in my world.
Athena, please.
Athena never knows what's going on. Nobody tells her anything.
Do you think after this testimony, Maya and Athena are gonna just fall asleep behind the bench?
Honestly, quite possibly.
They're propping each other up.
Athena and Maya need to be buddies.
Yes.
They've, like... I don't know if this is a thing that's ever been... I don't remember if this is a thing I read in a fan fiction or if this is actual canon dialogue, but at some point, somebody who was writing variant character for Maya had her threaten to channel like a boxer and beat people up, so like, I think they could bond over that. Just, and by that I mean Athena and Maya. Anyway. Back to the game. I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. Didn't even have the chance to do something like that. Besides, I never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Though, I guess there are some things I go along quietly along with since I was kidnapped. If anybody forgot about that.
Well, then it's kind of
gang.
by force, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not exactly quietly. Good point. Person with orange hair, I like you.
Good. I'll be here if you need me.
It seems the witness doesn't believe she had ever channeled Justice and Minister Inga.
And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you? I didn't hear.
Oh, sorry. I guess that's why I was muted. So I'll repeat my line.
Yeah.
Beep. Beep. Yeah, of course. It doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying.
Apollo? Maya was being awfully secretive about something just now. I should know.
Then I guess I'd better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first. Hmm. Cross-examination. Channeling the minister.
Aha.
Hold it!
I can't do it for the whole thing, but
It's
I
fine.
wanted to do at least one.
That's fair.
You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct?
Mm-hmm. I was exhausted after being held captive for so long. Plus, also, you know, dehydrated, underfed. It was like to kill her all over again.
That must have been terrible.
You
Dehydration
think?
does things to a person.
Maya, Mr. Inga didn't do anything to you, did he?
Apart from forgetting to feed or water me.
I mean, with that said, that's kind of the problem. He didn't do anything.
Apparently not. Hang on. Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things.
Like what?
Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of The Plumed Punisher. Acting like a brat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. Just a couple though, not a lot. Like one lunch. He was surprisingly nice to me, except for the one lunch thing, but also I think he was busy. Like,
One lunch, just a singular one.
yeah.
Oh, you sure we're talking to the same guy here?
You'll get another lunch after you give me the omnipotent power of the orb.
He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. I should know.
Oh.
Stream froze.
The stream is
Oh, there it is.
being so mean.
Oh, okay, there we
Yeah.
It froze for a second, but it's back.
go. Whew, you worried me for a second.
Even
Well, like
though
the
he's
Discord one, at least.
Mm-hmm. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through?
Oh, that? Approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief.
Terrifying. Thanks.
What the fuck?
With a wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear.
I'm beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup.
Wouldn't say that's too loud, boss.
In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but of all the things that happened,
I am here to support women's wrongs.
Fair enough.
it's so understandable, honestly.
Let's keep pressing.
Also,
Hold
the
it.
idea that Maya wouldn't mind being in a terrarium, having someone else taking care of her. Yeah. that
No,
makes
that's
sense to me.
canon. That's
Yeah.
that's for sure canon. But like, I feel like the amount of exhausted she was doesn't match with her like being consistently fed. Also, I don't know if it actually said she was dehydrated, but that makes sense to me. So
I think that it
She,
was said,
she
yeah.
only got a burger and nothing to drink.
Yeah.
yeah,
No damn.
she got like one burger for lunch one time.
Yeah.
Are you
And
sure about
nothing
that?
was super-
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him.
No.
Are you sure about that?
It keeps the stream
Discord
keeps
strap-
freezing for
struggling.
me. Yeah.
Let me just downgrade the
Yeah, it's
let
on
me-
like top quality.
Let me reset it, and then let me set it down to just kind of pull it back a little bit. That might help.
Let me see. Haha, yes. Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know. I may be older than Nick was when I called him an old fart.
Something's not right here.
Miss Fate, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. But I wasn't conscious the whole time. I passed out a couple times.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you
Where's
ever
the tree, Lebowski?
did you ever see Nana in the tomb? dressed as Dirk.
Huh? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I remember if I saw something as crazy as that.
Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness.
Well, this is Ace Attorney we're speaking about, so it's not completely out of your responsibility.
I hate when he's right.
He always is.
All right. Hold it. You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time?
Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up. Literally. But there was no way for me to make the channeling mudra with my hands to do it.
Right.
I guess you really didn't channeling her then.
Maya, when mediums are done with the session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right?
Depends, but usually. Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. It happened to Pearly once. It was a whole thing. You weren't there, but oh my god. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. The length, not the behavior, necessarily.
Why can't we channel Inga right now?
Because the game hasn't thought of it.
Because the game doesn't want you to.
And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want.
So I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye.
Just to the spirit, like, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah. Oh my god, Thork. It's a cinch for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium.
And I'm Missile, Ace Pomeranian.
That's strange. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me.
Nick! I'll show you, childish Nick! Kicks his shins.
Fight.
Thank goodness I invested in that shin armor.
Hold it.
Call back to last episode.
So you wouldn't channel spirits for seemingly purposes?
Of course not. Spirit channeling is my bread and butter. I mean, it's also like my job. And I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo?
Yes.
There's probably a fanfic of that at some point, yeah.
Well,
I
until
mean, fucking Apollo, not fucking Phoenix did, is the word I was looking for. Phoenix did.
Until
the forged evidence.
Until finger pointing and objecting can become deadly, I don't see how they can be used.
Let me introduce you to my...
Phoenix just turning to stare at Apollo and say, don't say anything.
So let me introduce you to my friend Piccolo.
Oh my god.
Dragonborn.
Well, although there was this time that Mr. Wright... Actually, I'm going to be quiet about that.
Strangled.
Yeah,
You'd
Also,
better.
I'm also just reminded of the hit TV drama How to Get Away with Murder, which is about law students training to be defense attorneys. It's called How to Get Away with Murder. That is the point of the show. Anyway.
I don't think it was ever aired in Japanofonia.
Probably not.
Honestly, it's a good show though. It gets me my Ace Attorney legal fix, but with some of the like darker sides of defense attorneys that are focused on in sort more propaganda-centric American media. Anyway, nerd alert. Okay. Wow, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, Mr. Smartass, even just like Nick.
I love
Always
how
at the-
Maya is cross with Apollo. Waking her up.
Literally, who would not be fucking pissed
Yeah.
off at a lawyer who drags you into court from your bed
and also,
to get to
basically,
to accuse you of doing things on the
Yeah.
stand?
And offend you on your...
not just that, but also the subordinate of your friend as well.
Yeah, it's like yeah, internal monologue from Maya Fey right now is, Nick, why the fuck are you letting this guy boss me around?
Yeah. Nick, you knew how much I hate being woken up, and you did fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I mean,
I'm accusing you of committing a murder.
I might be a smarty pants in this suit, but you should have seen me a few years ago when I was wearing a hoodie and slacks.
No, we were hanging out. This is canon to me.
Fair
Anyway.
enough.
Always at the ready with some sarcastic comeback without even the dignity of being my best fucking friend.
Well, let me help then. Maybe that'll have something to do.
I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial.
Yeah, please.
Nick, you're not off the hook yet. Anyway,
I'll buy you some burgers.
you'll be off the hook when I get them. Anyway, I never go along with something like murder.
Objection, you would definitely kill somebody.
For a burger, yeah.
Not for no reason. And
You nearly killed
what is
me a
my
number of
motive?
times.
What is my fucking motive?
Hold it.
Hunger.
Does it be funny?
No!
Shits and giggles.
Oh my god. There's...
Now I know why they keep accusing you of murder.
Literal, like, the thing is, yes, she would kill someone for a courtship, but also, she is a deeply moral person who I don't think would actually do a murder. She definitely make jokes about it, but I don't think she'd actually go that far.
Go on.
She's got the gremlin energy of I would kill somebody and bite them, but I don't think it would go any further than just the bite.
There's definitely been a
Yeah.
conversation of like, I would kill for a burger, and then Phoenix just giving her a look, and she's like, not literally, you know.
Like she would, I don't think she would ever like do it unless somebody was in danger.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is I think that it's even like an established thing. Like in the trilogy, we get like she's like crying in the detention center, like I would never fucking kill somebody, and it's like yeah, even Dr. Gray who sucked. Yeah, no, we got it. We love you. We know this, and we love you. That one name, yes.
Hold it. It sounds like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye.
Sorry, that's the funniest possible response. Holy shit, you nuked him from orbit. Oh, God. I mean, there's been a homicide now. It's Apollo.
He's dead.
You killed him.
Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo?
No, they
Oh, I
did
forgot
not.
about that.
Wait, where's the image?
It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Oh my god.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
Get wrecked, Apollo.
I didn't realize you'd had an affair, Maya.
Wait.
What?
We're in a court of law.
Yeah, and?
Nick, what?
I'm the one that shocked you.
I just posted.
No, what did you say? What?
I said I didn't realize you'd had an affair, Maya.
No? Are you doing? Is this the bit? Are you doing the bit where
I'm
you
doing
pretend
the
to be
bit.
in? Okay. God.
I was doing.
Nick!
I was doing a bit based on you seeing in people's affairs.
God
He's
damn it.
on one line, it seems.
Yeah, I know we're in court.
I'm getting the popcorn.
Then what was all that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, rudely.
So please, I'm begging you, just tell me what exactly are you hiding? I want to go
None yet.
home. I want to go home.
Always wants to go home. I think even when he's home, he's like, I need to go home.
Yes. I feel that in my soul.
I need to go even more home.
Yes.
At this point, the home he needs is like the womb or whatever. But also, he doesn't know who his mother is. So,
Poor thing.
oops. Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
You made a promise to Dirk.
A pretty big one.
I think this is about all you're going to get out of her.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the sound of
Enough.
that.
The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is.
You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place.
Okay, you are acting so fucking sus.
Don't worry about it. I
No,
mean,
we're worried about it.
you don't have any evidence of me channeling Mr. Inga, do you? Do you?
Oh,
Evidence, huh?
Do we?
There's no point in even thinking about it, really.
Uh-huh.
I don't use anything to channel... I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind. Other than, I guess, like, clothes. Oh.
That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest. All Maya needs is her own body.
Apollo was not there. Apollo does not know what Phoenix is fucking talking about.
But Phoenix is having war flashbacks. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
If the defense is done with their J-drama, I will have to end this cross-examination.
What now? If she doesn't use any special items to the channeling itself, you'd think there would be something to complete the deception. Something. Anything.
That's a voice
Is there any
clip.
proof that Justice Minister Inga was channeled?
There is.
There has to be.
Apollo is having a
bet there
panic
is.
attack.
You bet there is.
I bet. I'm not a betting man, but
You're bluffing, I take it.
The all right maneuver. The all right maneuver. I'll be fine.
That's funny coming from Phoenix Wright.
That
If
was
we're-
also a bluff.
If we're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Think. Everyone's looking.
Phoenix is wiping a tear from his eye. Like, that's my boy.
I'm so proud.
Okay. We know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right?
Right. Because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled.
So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Mm-hmm.
Aha! Good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from.
All right, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do we have that Miss Maya Faye channeled Justice Minister
I
Inga?
believe we have a button.
Yes.
Is that a gemstone?
Mhm.
Can I eat it?
No. It's not. It's not a candy.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I have to examine it.
No. You just put it on the desk.
It's burnt, Your Honor.
We found this among the ashes. One of the tomb's incense burners.
Also, it's evidence. Don't eat it.
Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence?
Phoenix learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
What was that doing in the tomb?
Ah, so
Sorry,
you
I got
do recognize. So what was that?
I got distracted.
You're sure? You're cool. Ah, so you do recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket?
I don't get where you're going with this.
Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa, especially if he were wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. Ah. Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb. where you burned them once you no longer needed them.
What?
Uh-oh. She seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo.
You fucked up.
Objection. Miss Faye?
Yeah.
Do you know my husband's name?
It was Inga Karkul Kurayan, right?
That is correct, in part. But there's more. Much more.
I hate where this is going.
Oh, hell.
His real name is Jugemu Jugemu.
Oh, God.
Can I have the transcript for that, please?
Of course.
Inga Kaku Hakon Disnam Biham Lang Loga Umo Pompus Danit Ardid is Korain the Third.
Wow.
So it's how could this name be more longer or
already is
yeah.
Kurain the Third. Yes.
Yeah.
Laura got me. Not repeating that.
How could this name be any longer or
More
pompous?
pompous than it already is, Korain the Third.
Yeah.
God damn it! I hate it.
Yeah. This is one of the worst. I hate it.
That
I think it is the
Ah.
worst.
Shadow.
that is his true name.
Yes,
My
Burr.
And all players, upon hearing that sound, collectively went.
Yeah.
Yeeting themselves into the nearest pond or river, just.
Can you imagine having to
vegetate.
write that on a tombstone, though?
Really? I heard that name and I just heard this.
Could it be any longer?
Oh, sure.
Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Faye, do you know his true name?
I know it now, but I didn't before. No, I mean, how could I? It's not like you go around introducing yourself with all 5 middle names.
Yeah, you're right, Shadow.
Yet a medium must know both the face and true name of the one she seeks to channel.
You're not exactly painting yourself in a good light there, then.
So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Mr. Inga?
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know who fucking kidnapped me? And also didn't like, thanks to that last trial where he... Yeah, and then kidnapped me. Why are we forgetting that he kidnapped me?
And just gave me one burger.
You
He gave
always
me
get
one
kidnapped.
singular... Look, it's only happened once before this. I don't know why people act like it's a recurring thing. Because that case was iconic. But also, like, just like, why does the rest of the narrative keep forgetting that that Inga was blackmailing Phoenix into going against Apollo in court with her? Like,
Because the game likes to do that. It likes to bring up plot points and characters and just drop them or ignore them. Looking at the other prosecutor we have.
Also remember, in Fanon, if something happens twice, it happens all the time.
That's true. That's true.
I can't believe this.
Can't
Apollo,
believe you've done this.
I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me.
I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off some wrong assumption again.
Apollo? I was thinking.
Yeah.
Since I didn't channel Minister Inga, can I go... Oh. Is it possible that someone else did? And that I can go back to bed?
Someone else? Who else could it have been?
I haven't thought that far yet.
I don't know. I
Apollo,
didn't think I'd get this
she
far.
just said the thing that makes her a suspect. Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we?
I don't care what Garan says. I'm gonna figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen has an alibi, then...
Apollo, forget about who's capable of channeling spirits for a second.
I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right?
Right. We know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been?
It had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters.
Well, I'm waiting, defense. And you know how much I despise waiting.
Yes, but there is someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Mr. Stringer.
There's just one more person. They were in Inga's private quarters. That person is our only hope now.
It was Master Obi-Wan.
So the defense believes there was another. Let's have your very serious answer then.
Oh, I don't like the look of those three. With pleasure.
It was Amara, wasn't it?
Horn Devil! Who could have channeled Minister Inga?
It was Naina.
So she was the one who had access to the quarters?
Naina?
Also the one that's been missing for the last, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Your Eminence said it yourself.
That's right. Naina never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters.
How do you know?
It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Naina.
And then there's her benevolence's statement. She said that Naina disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards.
You are not seriously suggesting.
Mm-hmm. It's the only thing that makes sense. Naina channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence.
Froggy.
No way!
That's gotta be it. Naina must have somehow channeled the minister.
All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Naina isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Naina to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence.
Very well then. Let us call Naina to testify.
Fuck yes! Now I can finally crack this case wide open.
Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned.
There is no need. Naina is in the waiting lobby.
What? Naina's here? I thought she'd gone missing.
It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But her concern for Rafa brought her here today.
She took off without Rafa's knowledge or consent?
I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo.
Like a transformer.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Naina in disguise.
It's
I
funny.
want to put forward.
It's funny you
drifting.
say that, Bub. Oh, sure. But
Miss Miss Nina, do you understand why you have been summoned here today?
Specifically because of something Drifting mentioned to me recently.
All right. Do you want to do it, Drifting? Is the key question.
Yeah, sure. I can't do an old lady voice very well, so I'll just do whatever I can. It's fine.
Do what you can.
Yes, of course. Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects that I have committed a crime.
So this is Nina. That's quite the hairdo.
It's gonna
Shut
come
up.
loose when she breaks down.
I will
Calling it
say.
now.
I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal.
Nincompoop?
You hurt me.
Isn't that Raven's favourite insult?
And now you know why.
I guess Dana rubbed off on her. What was all the time they spent together?
That would explain the Heaven to Betsy's thing.
Yeah.
Grandma Core Rafa. Oh
You
my
there,
god.
young hornhead.
Yeah.
You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling the spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded.
Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Just think of home.
Oh my god, just take the fucking compliment!
Think of home.
Take the fucking compliment!
It's not a compliment though. She's being condescending.
It's a backhanded compliment, but a compliment nonetheless.
We'll take what we can get.
The Apollo Justice story.
Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony?
Also, anything to quote that Vine, it's a really good one.
It's a good one.
This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters.
No spirit medium,
Witness
Sonny.
testimony.
I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Karaim. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Karan is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have been that young lass Maya Fey.
After this testimony, I can't stop but hear the Eurydice song from Hades about Nina can rest her weary bones.
And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her here for nothing. Only those of royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nina could channel spirits is a most unamusing jest.
We are not amused.
On the surface, anyway.
So funny you should say that.
But our line of reasoning has led us to this end. That Nina channeled Inga's spirit.
All right. The defenseman now question the witness.
I have my suspicions.
Haven't you played the game, Ega?
It's been a long time, Kay. It's been a long time.
I also have my suspicions. a lot.
I've sent you a DM about it, Drifting.
I know.
Well, I immediately see something that stands out to me as a contradiction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But she's not dead.
She will be.
Objection!
Objection!
Okay. So I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case.
Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation?
No.
Oh,
Sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Naina's testimony.
Go on.
She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because in Karain, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits.
I fail to see the problem in that statement, Defense.
Hold on. I'm getting into your magistry. Naina stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amara is still alive, at the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Naina channeling Inga.
It's not difficult to work out, Apollo.
After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming despite having been killed at 2 p.m. That would mean that Naina channeled Inga. Even though, supposedly, only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Wait. Is it too late for me to ask for a refund and drop my trip down the rabbit hole? Mr. Wright? You may think I lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need.
Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are?
Yep. It's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo?
Look at this photograph.
Every time I do, can't help but laugh.
Oh, damn it. Div
Oh,
didn't he?
Div had to go.
We can toss it to somebody who's doesn't have a voice right now. I think that's Laura or Mist.
Do Miss isn't her name.
Either or?
Either or?
Mist had a lot of roles. Let's have Mist take it, I think. Unless Laura really wants it.
Oh, your choice, Laura.
Dirk did fuck off.
Yeah. So think if you would rather like say your voice maybe.
I suppose there is that, I guess. Yep, I relinquish. Mist. Take
Mist.
it.
That's
Great delivery. Bang on. No notes. Sorry.
For the singular word.
For a singular word.
singular word.
Monty pythons flying circus.
I feel so bad for Nayuta. This whole game is like, yeah, here, have a new prosecutor. We're not going to use him.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
This fellow's very existence, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Karain.
Horn devil, you mustn't.
Yeah, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it.
Ah, but thou must.
But you already knew that, didn't you? Your evidence.
Will the defense please explain who is shown on the photograph?
Person in the photo is the previous queen, Amara Sigatar Karain. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's still very much alive.
What? But that's nonsense.
Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination.
Queen Amara's still alive?
Has the lawyer
Am I
mad?
While I personally find it hard to believe. I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense.
Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet according to Dirk, she is actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here, in this very courtroom today.
She's an imposter. But how?
Yes.
What he said.
Thank you, Matt Mercer.
Yes.
Do not be deceived, your majesty. The red pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning, loyally art known as bullshitting.
I was hoping you'd do that.
But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue.
Objection! Shut up. That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough.
Is that so?
It's my turn, Ayuta, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes.
I've got beads and I'm not afraid to use them.
Queen Amara is still very much alive, has been disguising herself as Nana this entire time. Take that!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, come on!
This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga. Someone with an intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person, and you get a spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nana.
Exclamation mark.
Your true identity is the former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along.
What?
Objection. Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell.
Brother.
Oh my, such frightening allegations.
Indeed. And absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives. And this actually Miss Nina here. You have truly gone off the deep end.
You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence. If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit. Right here, right now. Isn't that correct?
He's double dog daring you.
I can deny it no longer. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nana, the woman who stands here before us, is Amara, the former queen believed to have perished 23 years ago.
Paul.
Finally. We finally got Inga's real killer on the stand.
Nana. No. Amara Singata Kureen, please drop the act and tell us what really happened.
Many much ellipses. Oh, dearie me. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead.
Magical girl transformation!
Basically. Oh, wow.
Yo.
Whoa!
I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. It has been far too long since I last greeted you, good people of Karain. It is I, Amara Signatar Karain, your former queen.
Queen Amara!
What? No,
Fatality.
I'm visually back upright.
He does not abide by the laws of physics, okay?
And I thought Garan's makeover was extreme.
Can it really be true? You are alive and well?
It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress.
Amara. I am sorry I was unable to keep your secret any longer. I hope you can forgive me.
It is quite alright, Garan. I am safe now. For Dirk, the Blackheart who threatened my life will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer.
Queen Amara, what does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago?
I barely escaped with a blaze with my life. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make a further attempt on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear youngest sister, Garan.
But the building of that great tomb, and disguising yourself as a lowly servant? Why would you do such a thing?
Garan, I would have you explain.
I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who could conceive of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant?
She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place.
You never even guessed she was living as a servant right in plain sight.
I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quiet, humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. But those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Hornhead.
You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with.
If there is something you wish to say, then say it.
It doesn't matter who you are, you won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer.
Exclamation mark.
I love how these sisters are like the physical embodiment of yin and yang. I love that.
Yes, that is so great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa, what's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide? A Grand Priestess of Kurainism? You can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people.
If you commit the crime, you better be really ready to do the time. That sounded better in my head. You as a priest, saint, queen, or god.
And as we know, this is how it always worked in a court of law. If it rhymes, it must be true.
Mm-hmm.
I've never met such an egalitarian person.
Queen Amara, in your years disguised as Dana, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right?
What a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer. Me, the one who the people regarded as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself.
You may be a grand figure in Koreanism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me.
Rude. It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with accusations of murder, most foul?
Please, Queen Amara, forgive this impudence.
Grow a backbone.
The lawyer knows not what he speaks.
Fear not, good Majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I am a grand priestess, on this stand I am but no witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence.
Your compassion overfloweth your mercifulness.
Oh, young lawyer. In my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertions suffer from a tragic flaw.
Huh? There's a flaw?
A tragic one, even. Nayuda?
Yes, your mercifulness.
Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered?
Dirk Samadhi, Maya Fey, and the victim, Minister Inga. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga.
But why not?
Do not keep the defense waiting, Nayuda. Explain how wrong he truly is.
Yes, your mercifulness. Her benevolence, Princess Rafa saw Minister Inga enter the tomb around 2:30 p.m. Yet you, the defense, claimed the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, her mercifulness had if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, then once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb.
Oh, yeah.
Had she tried to exit before you all arrived, Princess Rafa, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort.
Didn't she hide in the coffin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were a ghost, I would be like, whose tomb, Nayuta? Whose tomb was it, Nayuta?
Yes, exactly. I'll be doing the exact same thing.
Wow.
In conclusion, Queen Amara could have not left the tomb without being observed. And yet, was she there in the tomb when the murder was discovered, Defense?
Yes.
No, she wasn't.
Now do you see? Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood.
Crap.
Well, that was entertaining. Prosecutor Samadhi, assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name.
You wish for me to take over?
Yes, prosecute your father to save your mother.
Wow, rude.
What a poignant fate you bear, but bear it you must.
Wow.
Are
What a
you
bitch.
ready?
Yes, Your Eminence.
And there you have it, your majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of this sacred hall to your authority once more.
Why, thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, your mercifulness, your testimony, if you please.
Like a perfect villain, she's just like, yes. Before my plans are complete, I will fuck off and not watch, the hero get.
My subordinates kill you off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect opportunity. This is a perfect point for us to actually finish this night, so I'm going to call it there. Wow. I would like to say though, game. You do know I know about the coffin, right? Game. You do know we know about the coffin. We're not fucking idiots.
You're aware of the coffin.
Where Queen Amara could be in Queen Amara's tomb.
The game, like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Have you played this game? Of course, it assumes we are idiots.
Yeah, but
like,
true. But
I'm
this
just
is
like,
like a new
game.
level, you know.
It's like, sorry, game, Spirit of Justice, the game we are playing. Have you played yourself recently?
No.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that meme that's like, what do you have there? A smoothie.
Yeah,
That's the game with us right now.
It comes to me, it's like the writer forgot that was a thing they put into the story, kind of thing. Like,
Or the fact we discussed it earlier.
yeah.
Thank you for being here with Ashley. Thanks to anyone else who's been in the chat and enjoyed this. I, of course, have had a wonderful time with this bunch of reprobates, as I always do. I mean that affectionately to all of you.
I know.
We know.
And that's going to be it from this week. We are on next week, I believe, because Divot did say that he won't be. Divot won't be here next week. That's fine. We got someone to carry it through. However, the following week we won't be here on the Saturday. But do tune in next week because we might have an announcement of something going on instead for that week. But we'll see what's going on. For now, though, I'm going to just thank the cast for being here. I want to thank Burr.
I'm still riding on the wave of my prosopagnosia discovery.
Nice. Drifting.
I am desperately trying to channel my inner Celestia.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm proud of Drifting for telling me that she guessed the twist, and then me trying to fool her into thinking that no, maybe not. It's not the twist, but I wasn't. I did not succeed. You know, when your friend figures out the twist, it's so hard to try to gaslight them into thinking that no, they didn't.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't need to deny or confirm, and I was like, okay, so that confirms it. Thank you, Kay.
So, rule of thumb is don't be rock steady.
Yeah. Also, thanks to Laura as well for being, especially when you're not feeling too well.
Sick girl sign out for the night. Bye.
A big thanks, of course, to Lemming, of course.
Nah, He-Man, we'll see you next week.
And of course, a performance there from Mist as well.
I will relinquish the voice back to Diffit next week, for he does a much better job.
I don't think he'll be here next week, but
yeah.
Oh,
You'll have
shit.
to be Nayuta next week too.
Do not be rude to yourself. I will come over there, and that is a threat.
Yes, she will. And of course, big thanks to our special guest who was actually killing it as Queen today, Shadow Phoenix Rider.
I like being evil.
Being evil is fun. I agree.
Mine is Billy back. And we're going to raid into Scarful weird. Make a pick, my peeps. Scarfulu it is. So we're gonna raid into Scarfulu because he's doing some text baby streaming. So do stick around for the raid, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Just before the ending,
Yes, yes.
Peace.
in response to the fact that game doesn't know that we know about the tomb.
Oh, come on!
Yes, yes, of course. Yes.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I think
Yay.